Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
All right. So, obviously, the voiceover, I assume, is before a battle, after a battle, because even the voiceover was showing the empty X Mansion and destroyed X Mansion. I'm still unsure whether their chess game was before a battle or after, because after would be really weird. And because they mentioned Doomsday, was this battle against Doctor Doom? Was it against the Sentinels? Because you see Scott letting it rip against a bunch of Sentinels. Well, at least one. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they have to fight Doctor Doom, fight the Sentinels. What's happening here? Both? So that's going to be interesting. And Magneto looks so old. He really, really looks old and frail. Can still use his powers because it's a metallic chessboard. So I'm going to say that. Now, for those who are aware of the comics, Magneto did go through a period where he was a teacher at the Xavier School. So maybe we're in this point where they're not frenemies but actually friends. And that he's a good guy at the moment. We will just have to wait and see. They obviously did fight the Sentinels, and it looks like that it's an empty space. You only see Professor X and Magneto, which, if this happens after the battle, did all the X-Men get wiped out? Did all the other X-Men go with the Fantastic Four, whomever it was, or the Avengers, whomever it was, to 616? And those two were left behind because, well, they're older, even though neither of them, even though their bodies are older, you don't want to mess with them. So we don't know. I've actually seen rumors that the Russos, just like with Infinity War, are just creating fake scenes so that this doesn't actually show up in the movie. Which, that's fair too. I've heard a rumor a la Emergency Awesome that that he's taking children. And, well, what do the X-Men teach? Children. The X School, the Xavier School, is a school for youngsters, which also he uses those youngsters to save the world, or at least themselves. So maybe Doctor Doom took them all? I find that hard to believe because these are really powerful mutants, even though they are young, depending on who it is, because you don't see Storm, you don't see Wolverine, you don't see any of the top tier, you don't see Jean. And these were older people, these weren't just kids. Especially at the end, they weren't just kids. So yeah, the idea that Doctor Doom would be able to take them all? No. So, yeah, I'm very, very curious what is going to happen here. Let's see. Now, I think I've covered everything I wanted to with this teaser trailer. However, there is some more news, some casting news. And that is for the Batman 2. And this does bridge the gap between Avengers and this because the casting rumor, apparently he's in talks, is Sebastian Stan. Now, we don't know what character he's playing, whether he'd be a good guy, bad guy, whatever. But he's the second Avenger who's going to be going to the DC universe. Not the DCU, because this is Batman 2. This is Matt Reeves' baby, not James Gunn. But Scarlett Johansson is also in the movie. And we also don't know anything about her role either. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to find if and when they're going to tell us who they're playing. Considering that he was Winter Soldier in the MCU, maybe Bane, even though that's what Dave Bautista wanted to play. And apparently he isn't going to be doing that. He's going to be doing something else, so who knows? Who knows what Sebastian is going to be doing in Batman 2, and if that's going to translate into the DCU, and if this means we're saying goodbye to Bucky in the MCU. I mean, technically, I guess you can be part of both, but we'll just have to see. I believe that is all I have for this video. So with that, I will see you guys in the next one.